Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, I kind of got a lot to say, so I'm gonna be it's gonna be very disjointed the entire video. For our regular viewers, I apologize for my absence. It wasn't a matter of doing some soul searching or anything like that. I've been doing this for like 2 years, and you know what, you hit burnout, and I kind of did, but I'm getting jazzed up again because everything it's not a crypto thing. It's not all of a sudden everything's coming together. It's just that my perception has changed so much, and it's starting to get exciting again because I as my mind has shifted, what I'm looking for has shifted as well, and we're back on the hunt again, and I love being on the hunt. That's kind of where it exists. I'm going to show you a chart. You know, I'm a huge chart guy, but I'm going to show you one anyway because I think it's important that folks see it. This is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin blown out over approximately 1 year. So we're back from early February all the way to now, and that's rough. That is rough in so many ways, and there are so many reasons, and it's very easy to come back and do a post mortem on this so that we can figure out what happened, when it happened, why it happened. It's kind of easy to break that down. But amazingly, it's basically coming down to business of all things, and traditional business. Now, everybody's had a good time with this stuff. I know I did. I made a bunch of money. I'm sure most people did, and if they were smart with it, they're still going to be decently well positioned. But crypto's changed, not changing. Crypto has literally changed, and it's kind of been a slow, incremental kind of thing. Well, slow and incremental. It's been brutal. If you were part of this, I was part of this, but the fundamentals of money haven't changed. That's the funny part about this is that the fundamentals of money haven't changed, and the ability to capture value hasn't changed. It's the same in the crypto world as it is in the legacy world, but we never quite caught up with it. And what worked in 2021 didn't particularly work as well in 2022. And I want to say that anybody who's been a part of this is very, very acutely aware that, yeah, the times are changing. Now, I see them changing again because we are going to be getting back to fundamentals. Now, I live in the world of fundamentals, so this works out real well for me. 2022, 2021, and 2022 were the years of the L1s. That's it. Everybody was standing up something. Got to have an L1, decentralized, decentralized, decentralized. Big fan. I am a big fan of decentralization, but decentralizing something just because you can doesn't mean that this is necessary or that this is a better way. Now, there are products that can only exist on Web3 by their very decentralized nature and their intention. They can only exist on Web3. But we seem to have forgotten that. And we believe that if it can be decentralized, it should be. It's not necessarily the case. Decentralization is not cheap. Validators are not cheap. L1s are not cheap. And you have to pay them. They have to be paid. Validators will always have value capture. And what I'm going with this entire video is value capture. Validators will always have value capture because they get paid. They get paid by the network themselves to exist. That's what decentralizes it. Infrastructure is expensive. And nobody's going to do this out of the goodness of their heart. They are going to do it because they get paid to do it. So the more of these L1s that I see standing up, diluting the existing market, paying another 100, 150, 200 validators is just money that's being sucked out of the ecosystem. Period. That's it. I mean, the my logic is sound and the math is on my side. The problem with this, and the problem with the bulk of these L1s, and I'm looking right at you, Cosmos, is that they don't do anything. The L1s simply exist. You created a government, and then you're hoping that a society builds on you. How's the society going to build when so much of the market is being diluted by you guys and so much of the money is being pulled out of the market to support the infrastructure? There's nothing left to build. There's nothing left to build with. So I see 2023 and 2024 and 2025 being the years of value capture. It's important. It matters. It applies to crypto the same as it applies to the legacy world. You have got to stand up apps that people want to pay to use. Period. It is a business. I know it's not hip, it's not cool, it's not rock and roll, it is not crypto. But eventually the bill comes due. And looking at this right here tells me everything I need to know. The bill came due. And the legacy money that was free and easy and loose and pouring into crypto is no longer pouring into crypto. Crypto is going to have to stand on its own 2 feet. And it's going to have to do that with value capture. I have completely, not completely changed. I still provide liquidity because it's my value capture. My value capture is I take the risk and you pay me for it. So that's my value capture. The way that these dexes survive and are profitable is that they get more people using their dex and they get swap fees and they get gas fees and they get all that other good stuff. That's their value capture. But if you are standing up something simply to stand it up with no value capture, what's the point? So I am back on the hunt. I've never really left, but now I'm hitting it a lot more aggressively because I see that this is the way it's going to be going in 2023. And I am looking for dApps that have a very obvious value capture. I'm going 2 locations. These are my prime 2 right now. Cloud infrastructure. That is my absolute number one. I'm in the business. I work in the business, in the legacy world. It is perfectly applicable. The business model, the necessity is perfectly applicable in crypto, in DeFi. In fact, I think it's better because decentralization is less expensive than standing up legacy infrastructure. But these are products that people will pay to use, period. Data storage, cloud computing. These are products that people will pay to use. This is where they get their value by making it better than their competitors so that they capture a greater market share. That's how they're profitable. That's how I'll be profitable. My second hunt, and I haven't quite nailed this one down yet, but my second wicket as far as my entire pivot, not entire, but a good 30-40% of all my holdings are going this way. My second one is, believe it or not, entertainment. Entertainment is recession proof. It always has been. People will find a way to get a movie ticket or get, all right, let's be honest. People will find a way to pay for booze. So if it's something that gives you an emotional high, they'll find a way to pay for it. Even in the Great Depression, entertainment still survived and it will. So I'm looking for games. I'm looking for a better streaming service. I'm looking for games and entertainment because that is my second big one. It's recession proof and people will pay for it. I'm not talking about NFTs. I'm pretty well indifferent on NFTs, and you know what? It's another one that's just a grossly diluted market. This is H bar, by the way. I'm sorry. Yeah, Hedera. I looked through all of the different apps that are stood up over here, and half of them, half of everything that's sitting over here is either a DEX or some kind of NFT platform. So the market is heavily, heavily diluted, and it really doesn't matter where you're looking, whether it be Cosmos, whether it be Hedera, whether it be Solana. The bulk of it is going to be NFTs and it's going to be DEXs. I don't see the value capture there anymore. It's just, again, it's too diluted. It's too much risk for a diminishing uh, customer base. So it's too much risk for me. Now I need to get it out. Unfortunately, products develop slowly. They always have, because you have to build it, you have to make it work, it has to be desirable, and then you have to advertise and go out and get a customer base. So they're always going to develop a hell of a lot slower than standing up a quick L1, hyping the hell out of it, letting your validators and everybody just raise the money out of it and then walk away from it. It's a hell of a lot harder to do that with a product than it is with your average L1 or your average NFT platform or uh, your average what worked in 2021 and 2022. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting year. Now, I have my favorites. We're going to talk about them a lot more on the live streams because, again, as I'm pivoting, I'm not telling YouTube, telling you that I want to make sure that the information is out there. So we're going to be having a lot of fun coming up in 2023. I feel revitalized. I feel energized. I want to get on more. And as I find them and as I see them and as I invest in them, I will certainly let you guys know. And again, this is for our regulars. This channel is what it is now. I'm cool with it. I hope you are too. Questions, comments, Scott at thepodcast.com. I answer any and all emails. Makes me feel special. And until next time, I think it'll be a live stream tomorrow night. Please stay safe. Please be smart with your money. Please start changing your mind. It's going to matter. Cheers, guys.